Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Ya Allahu ya nuru ya Allahu ya nuru ya Allahu ya nuru. Ya Haqqu ya Haqqu ya Haqqu ya Haqqu ya Haqqu ya Haqqu. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad al-Fatih lima ughliq wal khatim lima sabaqa an-nasir al-haqq bil haqq. وهذه إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله قدر ومقداره العظيم. We are the children of light. This is Alchemy. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق وهذه إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. كن فيكون. There is absolutely no such thing as a physical world. There is no world outside of you. And this is something you have to understand if you want to understand what is the reality of the Shaykh. We are going to provide a mystical teaching of what it means to have a Shaykh. You see, Allah says in Hadith Qudsi, I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known. So I created creation in order to be known. The entire world that you face is a projection of your mind. That is why all is mind. You see, this thing, it feels like dense matter, but in reality it's just how my nervous system feels this incense and how it goes to my brain and projects it. When I dream, my mind is somewhere else, then this doesn't exist anymore, does it? If I'm on a good mood, I feel this in one way. If I'm in a bad mood, I feel it in another way, isn't it? So it is all experience, it's all how I experience it. So the entire world around you is just a projection of your mind. The entire world around you is just a projection of your mind. It's just how you experience it. Therefore, you create the reality, and the only reality that is real is the one that is, let me put it here. The only reality that is real is the one that you have an experience inside. The only real world is the inner world. The only real world is the one inside of you. And when you understand this, is that you are the creator of this world. When you change your mood, your world around you will change. Now the Shaykh is something that you create. So the Shaykh, the spiritual teacher, the Guru, the Lama exists in all traditions. And the formalized version is like a priest or an imam. But that's not really the same as the guru or the sheikh. Because the priest and the imam tells you what you should believe. And the sheikh is just a projection of you. You see, in the Matrix movie, Morpheus is the sheikh and Neo is the student. Neo wanted to know the truth. The opening of the third eye, or Hakika. Isn't it? And Morpheus was the guide to guide him to the truth, isn't it? But Morpheus does not exist. You know that about the Matrix. That's a secret of the Matrix that only the mystics know. You know that there's no such thing as Morpheus. The Matrix movie said that there is no spoon. And that's that's basically Hakika, that this physical world is not real. It's just a projection of your mind. These atoms and all of this is just energy that is projected, and you are that energy. And whatever mood you are in is gonna depend on how you project this physical world. So that's what there is no spoon means. It's just Hakika. But the truth is, there is no Morpheus. There is no Shaykh. There is no Shaykh. There has never been a Shaykh. Shaykh is a creation of you. You're the one who create the Shaykh, because you want to know yourself. So you create the split of duality, where you split yourself into the Shaykh and the student. So you become the student, and therefore you project a Shaykh, and that way you know yourself. Because Allah says in Hadith Qudsi, I was a hidden treasure. I wanted to be known, so I created creation in order to be known. And as I made in a brief video on TikTok, I discussed the Quranic verse, chapter 51, verse 49, that we created everything in pairs. Everything is created in pairs. That's the yin and yang. Darkness, light, sun and moon, right, left. These pairs. The pair of the master student is just a creation of you when you want to know yourself. So anytime you know yourself, you want to split. You need to split. This is it. Anytime you want to know yourself, you split. This is the duality of the cell. The cell, it splits into two, then it splits. This is how you know yourself, the creation of pairs, the yin and yang. So a woman knows herself through the man, and the man knows herself through a woman. You can never know yourself as a man except through the existence of a woman. And a woman, you can never know what it is to be a woman except through a man. So in that same way, you are just projecting yourself as the Shaykh. So you create the Shaykh because you want to know yourself. You say, Maulana Shaykh Nazim is my Shaykh. I follow Shaykh Nazim, you created him. I follow Shaykh Ahmed Tijani, you created him. I follow Sadhguru, you created him. I follow Muji, you created him. You are the one who is projecting your light like this to know yourself. And the Shaykh knows itself through you. It's all the same being knowing itself. That's why one of the Sufi masters said that 40 years my students thought that I was talking to them and teaching them, but in reality I was talking to myself. You can only talk to yourself. You can never talk to anyone else, because there's only one being in existence, and that's you. So you are talking to yourself. Yes, I am talking to myself. This is just one projection of one being, and that being splits itself up into twos when it wants to know itself. So this is what it is. You create the Shaykh. So who's the right Shaykh? That is all a creation of you. You are the one who sets the criteria, and you are the one who sets the standard. What's the right path? You are the one who create the path. Okay. So this is it. There is only one being in existence. This body is just a projection of that being. Is that simply all this energy? You can even prove this probably on a quantum physics level, on a string level, that everything is just vibration. And this that we think is dense is just because it's vibrating slowly. When it vibrates quicker, it's experienced as less dense, isn't it? When you dream, for example, you can, through your intention, change and bend the landscape, and you can fly, because the dream world has higher vibration. Even a fantasy world like your imagination or Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, it has higher vibration. You can bend it a little bit like you want to. But this physical world is the lowest world because it has the lowest vibration. It's just the same being vibrating very slowly, so everything appears very rigid, solid, metal, and dualistic here. Higher vibration, more oneness, the less dualism. You project the reality, you create the Shaykh. Who is a right or wrong Shaykh is all a projection of you, because it's all you who want to know yourself. So you created the Shaykh and you created the student in order to know yourself. Hopefully this video is helpful. Quite esoteric. And this is frankincense, by the way. On frankincense, there were 3 wise men who came to Isa alayhi salam when he was born in Bethlehem, wasn't it? I've been to Bethlehem. I saw the birthplace. One of them gave him gold. One of them gave him myrrh. One of them gave him frankincense. So this is one of the gifts to Isa alayhi salam. These 3 wise men were 3 mystics. These 3 wise men were the Gnostics, the predecessors of Sufi. So we are the same. They were Sufis. We have always existed. Our way has always existed. During the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam, he studied with the mystics of ancient Egypt and got initiated into the mystical schools. The rabbis have these stories. So this is it. Because truth is one, and the way is one, and mystery is one, and nobody owns knowledge, nobody owns mystery, nobody owns science, nobody owns words. It's all one. Hopefully this is helpful. Assalamu alaikum.